I think she was at like 900 or something.
And so I was wondering, some phrases that men hate to hear. Yours is the perfect size. The big ones hurt. Yeah. What up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Strategically Reckless Podcast. I am your host, Jay Brown, a.k.a. your favorite foster dad, a.k.a. Mr. 710. I am glad you all are joining us once again. Yeah. Hey, look. It's about to be wild. I almost put on a shirt that said I'm feeling kind of IDGAL it today. Damn. I want to give a big shout out to my dog that just came in here and farted and left immediately. She hates me. Got my eyes all watery. Let me change out these glasses. Put these on. Yeah. I can't even see in these. But look, good people. Man, we got a dope show for y'all today. We're going to get into the mailbag a little bit later on. We're going to be talking about this trip to New York. Ain't nobody asking you nothing, Pebbles. We're going to talk about Shannon Sharpe, because we didn't get a chance to talk about it last week. We're going to talk about Shadeur Sanders in this NFL draft, along with some pranks. We're going to talk about this Brinks truck in the suburbs of Chicago, as well as police robots in Thailand. Oh, it's coming. Hey, yo, that's crazy. It's happening. That's gonna happen. But yeah, look, listen. Before I get into this show too tough, I want to go ahead and say to all the Miami Heat fans, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. That is not right. I shouldn't have said it. I shouldn't have said that. That's not fun. That's not nice. It's not nice to say such a thing. 1, 2, 3, Cancun is crazy. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. And my team didn't make the playoffs. They made the play-in. They didn't make the playoffs. And so, hitting the team that's just about to get put out in a sweep. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Along with that, and Shadeur and LeBron James about to get that 1, 2, 3 Cancun as well. That's about to be crazy. But he can still be y'all GOAT as long as y'all want him to be. Yeah! Mailman Mobile, what's happening?
Man, what's up?
Man, I just had to hit Glorilla favorite team. She a Miami Heat fan. Old Carla. With the 1, 2, 3 Cancun. She couldn't show up today. Yeah,
Did they at least pinch the bitch?
They ain't pinch or nothing. They ain't scratch him or nothing. I went to go drop off some shirts and looked up at the score. It was at the bowling alley. I looked up at the score and it was 46-17. And I was like, oh, well, good. She ain't got to watch the rest of this. She can just tune into the show.
I mean, Miami ain't even out here. They ain't even pinching nobody. They just like, what y'all doing?
Hey, yeah. Look, what they doing? They still in tank mode. It's all right. Damn, 46 points.
I was kind of tripping on Jimmy Butler leaving, but now I'm like, man, now I know why he left.
Hey, 46 points. 46 points is wild. Yeah. 46, losing by 40. Losing by 46 is crazy. Like, y'all not even.
They just throwing the ball up and down the court. You should see how many steals. These steals coming so easy, man.
Hey.
That's how I sound.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. But man, what's been going on, man? How you been?
Man, I'm good, man. Had a long day at work, but I'm in the house. I'm in the house. Got off late, but we in here. What about yourself? What you been up to?
Man, I'm still in recovery mode. I'm still in recovery mode from this weekend.
Oh, that's right. That's right. How was it, man?
Man, this is my first time in New York.
I never been.
Hey, let me tell you, man, it's different. New York is different in the kind of way that it wears you out. It wears you out, like, but you still be energized to go do stuff. So, like, if you out, you good. When you get ready to shut it down, you out. Like, and we did a lot of walking. Now, I will say, we ain't see no rats. But these attack pigeons that they got over there is crazy. Yo, they got attack pigeons, man.
Is it still is it the city that never sleeps for real?
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. And look, the weather was. Let me see. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The weather was Thursday and Friday. It was perfectly decent. Like the 75, 73, 74, 75 during the day was cool. 70 at night, cool. Didn't feel bad. Like we was outside. We was outside so tough, man. We had a White Castle date at Times Square.
White Castle. I heard about White Castle, man.
That's what you do when you're 10 years in. It'll be 10 years this year. You can have White Castle dates.
You said 10 years?
It'll be 10 years this year. We had a White Castle date in Times Square. Now,
man, y'all getting old.
We was only supposed to be going to get some White Castle, and then it was like, hey, so it's nice out. You want to just walk a little bit? And we walked around the Times Square, found us a little spot right outside of Madame Tussauds and Dave and Buster's. Hey, cracked open that White Castle. Now, this is the bad part. It's always like we had a great time. We was having a great time. I got over missing bowling on Thursday, and we eating this White Castle. I take a bite, and they put ketchup on that. White Castle don't have ketchup. No ketchup on White Castle.
Ketchup on the little square little. Whatever
they did.
Square burgers again.
Yeah, they messed up. They messed up and put ketchup on there. You're like, what is this? What is this? Like, it was so, like, that part threw me off. Because Crystals, they put ketchup on their burger. White Castle don't have ketchup. So that threw me off. But other than that, the White Castle day was fine. They put a hell of salt on there. I had high blood pressure on the fries. But that was fine. Now, man, Moby, I had never been in a place before where I felt dirty every time I came back to the hotel room.
Really?
Every time. I felt dirty every time I came back. Like this.
That's how I felt in New Orleans.
Yes. Okay. So same thing. Like you walk in, you feel like you done walked through a cloud of piss. Because it hit you right up in your nostrils. You standing on the street corner getting ready to cross, and you know that smoke that be coming out the ground. You be seeing that shit in the movies.
Yeah.
It's like that in real life. I don't know what the smoke is. I don't know what the smoke is. But the smoke is bad. I feel like it's bad. I don't want to inhale because I don't know what it is.
So you couldn't live there?
No, I wouldn't want to say that. I wouldn't want to live there. No. And there were sirens and horns honking the whole time. There was never a time that we were outside that it was not a siren going or horns honking. They honked their horn at everybody for everything. I ain't never seen nothing like it. It got so bad that Naya turned into a New Yorker for a hot second. Once she almost got hit because she jaywalked a little bit and the car sped up on her. But she wasn't in danger of getting hit, but the car sped up. I'm looking like that. I think they sped up on you. They're trying to hit you.
I think they wanted to.
They're trying to get their points up. But then a car was making a right turn. We had the walk guy. You know, the white walk guy. It's like, it's our turn. Making a right, this fool. Naya turns around. What? Hey.
Welcome to New York.
Where that come from? I was like, you one of them. Man, yeah,
so
man.
Could you live there?
No.
Okay.
No. Like, if I lived in New York, man, because I know what they spend. I know what they spend for what they get.
Yeah.
And that's where the struggle would be. Like, they would spend in the room that I'm in right now in my home. That's a thou wow. If you don't want to live out in the outskirts, this is a thou wow. By itself. This little space, crazy. My office. Thou wow. Can't do it.
Nah,
I can't do it. Did I have a good time? Sure. Had a great time. Felt dirty all the time. The subways were the subways. We kept getting lost. Shouldn't listen to my wife. Not all the time. We needed to go uptown. We was going downtown. We needed to go downtown. We was going uptown.
Y'all take the subways?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Man, hey, Charmaine, what up, cuz? So we on New York right now, but we definitely gonna talk about Shannon Sharpe, Shadeur. We also gonna talk about Brinks and the Brink trucks. But man, I'm telling you, man, it was definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Hey, and we was about 2,000 feet from Denzel Washington.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man, but we wasn't going in there. It cost $800 to go in there to see him. We weren't doing a piece.
That ain't happening. You might well take a picture with Chris Brown.
No, I ain't doing that. Look, that Now Wow was on top of the ticket price. That's on top of the ticket price. We ain't doing that one now. That's crazy. That is crazy. Man, it was so much raw dog coughing that was going out there and sneezing and whatnot. I'm like, oh no.
Wait, you threw me off when you said raw dog. Hold up, man.
Yeah, it was some raw dog coughing. You stupid. And
raw dog, y'all all up in the streets.
And you know what I have never seen before? Like, I've been in places. Oh, damn, cuz, I hope you get better. For real. I hope you get better soon.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
They out here, they like raw dog coughing again. You gotta wash your hands. Hey, it's so crazy. So, I didn't realize I've been in places where weed was legal. When we went to Tahoe, it was a dispensary right across the street from the hotel. We went over there and checked it out. We was walking out, like, damn, they ain't gonna arrest nobody? Like, yeah. The police officer that was in there, y'all cool with these purchases, huh? Okay, bet. All right. St. Louis, weed legal in Missouri. Chicago, weed legal, but you don't see people outside smoking like that. New York, We were sitting across the street from Madison Square Garden, day one, just kind of hanging out at the little Penn station. Next thing you know, hey, you smell that? Yeah, I'm smoking over there. Just these random gusts of weed smokes everywhere. Like this, I don't know if y'all just heard this fart that my dog just did, but I'm getting ready to smell it. And it's going to come like that. It's going to happen like that little smell in the cartoon.
You always blaming that dog. You always blaming the dog. Stop it. You know that's you.
Hey, if I didn't have this music on,
just in case they ain't coming up.
Yeah, there's dispensaries on every corner. It's dispensaries everywhere. And everybody was getting their smoke on. Walking down the street, didn't matter if the police was out there or not. They just walking down the street. We was in Times Square.
But it's loud here, though. They be out here. You can't even drive up the street without smelling it.
In the open?
Yeah.
Because, like, I know in Miami, there was a dude. See, there you go. Thank you. The dog really does fart out loud, like a person.
That's Jason.
Look, Moby come over here. One of them dogs sit down next to him and spill off one of them farts. You gonna go home. He was like, "Oh no, man, I don't do the farts. I don't do the farts." No,
hey, and your dog might not like me. That might smell male on me.
My dog be ripping them off. They don't bark at our mail carrier because she be driving. So even though she ain't shit. But I mean, that's another story for another day. She get on my nerves. She really gets on my nerves. But man, we probably got in between the two of us 8,457,283 steps. There's so much walking. We did a lot of walking, man. My feet was hurting, my shins, my legs were a little sore. I'm like, damn, I need to work out tomorrow. Like, I'm tripping.
You feel like you playing basketball, don't you?
Man, I felt it. Like I needed to stretch for all this walking. I wasn't used to it. Like when I was younger, it wouldn't have been no thing. All this walking we was doing. And we saw the Ghostbusters play. Had to walk a long way to get there. Walking to go see Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty is huge, Moses. It's huge.
Yeah. Did y'all actually go in it, or you just saw it from the distance?
No, you could go to the platform, but you can't. Like they only let like 400 people a day go up to the top. But man, it was so windy when we were standing up there, like on the platform. You high up. Yep. I don't know what it looked like if you all the way up in the top of the statue, but that's just at her feet. That's another 200 some feet up when you climb up in her. When you climb up in her like that, that tall drink of water.
It's like climb up in it. It's like you're in heaven.
Climb all up in that thing. But man, Moby, speaking of climbing all up in that thing, last week when I was prepping for the show, the Shannon Sharpe stuff was starting to spill over. And he was getting ran through, like the text messages that he had just put the text messages out, and I'm just like, no, dog, you wildin'. C20? Hey, you violating, no? You violating.
Get a certain age, man. You want to hang out with the young folks here.
Moby, I know. We used to give you shit sometimes. What is the youngest currently that you would date?
Date.
Date. Like, I mean, like they had something going on because this was more than just I'm hitting it every now and then.
Okay, date. So dating with intentions, I guess, probably would be at this stage probably about 20, probably about 28. Be the youngest.
All right. So that's
I'm dating with intentions.
All right, if you just having fun with it, then.
Oh, if I'm just having fun, it don't matter. Nah, long as she leaving.
Well, see, that's that Shannon Sharpe. That's how he got caught. That's how he got caught up. Boy, y'all won't learn, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all won't learn.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be like him, just running out here looking for him though. But I'm just saying, if I was just out here chilling and they jumped up on me, hey.
Moby, he was almost talking like they was in a whole relationship, right? And I almost feel
I ain't
like
doing that.
I felt like when I turned 30, if you still had a teen on you, like when I was 30 and if you wasn't at least 21, 22,
yeah,
I'm like, you can't even do everything. There's certain places we can't go. You can't drink.
No, that's true.
We can't go everywhere. When they be like, hey, 21 and older, damn, we can't. You just want to go to Applebee's or something because you can't get in.
You can't get in where I'm going.
I'm trying to go to this lounge, but you can't go to lounges when you 20.
Yeah.
Gabby couldn't go to the lounge. Now, this is the bad part. One of the reasons why I wanted to talk about Shannon Sharpe. I don't care about him getting sued, which is a horrible look. When I laughed, I found it interesting how people defend themselves when they get accused of doing something and what that looks like. Are you a good defender of yourself?
Now say that, am I a good defender of myself?
Yeah, like are you one of those people that's like, all right, well, I know they lying, so I don't have to jump out in front of it and say nothing, or I need to stand on my soapbox, put my cape on, and defend myself to the death. Like, which way do you go on it?
I don't know. Well, see, me, I'm not one of them that got to stand on the box. I'm just gonna always be truthful. It don't matter. It's just truth is truth. Like, I'm not gonna be running around trying to convince them and convince myself, because I'm just gonna be like, hey, this is just what it is. I'm not gonna try to sit here and yell it out to the world. This is what it is.
Would you have dropped the text message?
Dropped the text message about what she said?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, yeah, because you do have to, because of the circumstances of it, of how much, like, this is depending on his whole career, man. Like if he get in trouble or whatever, if they get to a point where they find him not even so much guilty, but find him accountable for it, I guess, then he could actually, ESPN, like, they can actually cancel the contract or whatever he got. You know what I mean? So you would have to kind of like defend yourself in that part. You know what I mean?
All right, I do. And there's a part of me that's like, him dropping those text messages out in public, as opposed to being like, hey, ESPN, this is what it is. I ain't do nothing in that way. It was consensual. But when he got out there and he dropped the messages, and now it's like, dude, now we know, we already, and I'm not gonna say we, there's a sector of the public that feels like, hey, fam out here faking like he like women in that way, and he doing extra shit in order to make it look as such. And so talking all this stuff, talking about like, all right.
So you wouldn't have dropped the text?
Not out loud, not in public, no. I would have came out and just said, hey, what she's saying ain't the truth. It was consensual. It was it was consensual. It was two adults, two legally consenting adults that was enjoying themselves doing what they do. And there may have been a little kick, but that's exactly what I think he's doing because he don't like women. He don't like women no more. Listen, all right. I'm gonna react. I'm gonna react to that here in a second, real quick. I want to finish this point. So, no, I wouldn't have dropped those text messages. Just because when you start talking about, you gotta stop talking to somebody who's talking about, hey, I want that baby gravy up in me. That we don't talk. No, we're not talking like that. Baby gravy, you wild. She talking about, I want your big black baby. Put a big black baby in me. No.
She want what she want, right?
Hey, when you start putting stuff up there, like, hey, if you let me play with your butt, I do all this other stuff. Like, hey, fam, no, we not doing that. Ronald Clark, what's happening, my brother? Long time no see. Good to see you.
So you telling me? Okay, so you saying that you wouldn't 25K a cheek is wild. 25K a cheek. Come on, Carla. I'm trying to get it. So you trying to tell me, look, so she's putting you out here on Front Street and putting audio out here. You trying to tell me all you gonna do is sit back and say, nah, you're not gonna defend yourself behind it?
The audio came after the text messages. And so so it was the, hey, I'm filing this lawsuit alleging this. Then he went and he was like, no, I ain't do that. And then he put the text messages out there to show that it was consenting. But I think he tried to defend the wrong thing first. And then he jumped on and made the video. And then, like, whoever was giving him advice on how to do this, I feel like they went about this whole thing wrong. Because you just can't do it that way. Okay. When you put the text messages out there, now it's like, all right, well, yeah.
I didn't know the text message came after.
Yeah, I'm out here smashing a 20-year-old as a 50-year-old now. Hey,
56, I think.
You can't you can't even, you bring up JC and about the lawyer doing this, the lawyer who tried to run JC up under the bus, but if y'all not in the same boat. Y'all ain't in the same boat. If the girl is of age, why does it matter? It only matters to people, the dads. It'll matter to that. It'll matter to a father. Like, I don't know, like Bill Belichick, he's 70 and his girl 24. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Well, see, the thing is the big problem, in my opinion, is that he was actually trying to be like, he was like in a relationship with her, like dude. I mean, because in one of the text messages said something about you want to go out or audio or something. Or one of them, it was audio or text message. He said something about you want to go out to eat and stuff like that. It's like, now that's the part that's tripping me out. Like at that age and her age, you both know that. I mean, you both know it's not even I mean, it's gonna be what it is. It ain't gonna. This can't be no kind of real connection. You ain't got nothing in common with her. She ain't got nothing in common with you. And it's just weird that he was trying to make it more like a relationship. And it's like, okay, if you just having fun, you got you some money, and you going from city to city, and you just doing your thing. Okay, it is what it is. But when you get to that point where you trying to make it like a relationship, it's like what are you doing, man?
Charmaine, he met her when she was 19. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You know who we used to roast? The dudes that was like 25 driving up to the school picking up young girls. We roasted them. If they drove to the school to pick up high school girls, we was roasting them. Let alone a 50-year-old. He got kids that age. That's so. You know the girl Drea.
He's older than that age too.
The girl Drea that smashing Jalen Green that's about to. Yeah. Jalen Green is the same age as her son. But Bill Belichick is out here getting checked by a 24-year-old. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you know what? I could not imagine the age difference between Bill Belichick and the girl that he with. If it was me, she wouldn't even be born yet. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, when you think about that, the age difference between Shannon Sharpe, Moby, it's over 30 years.
Yeah.
It's over 30 years. Now let's take that down from our age. If he 54, let's just say he's 55. She 20. That's 35 years. What would we look like with a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
Well, knowing that even 9 years from now, everything's like, yeah, she's gonna be 19 in 9 years. Like, hell no.
You're right.
And so, all right, I want to respond to this comment because Carla was like, that's exactly what I think he's doing because he don't like women no more. And the funny thing about that is, all right, Mike Epps made a joke. Mike Epps made a joke about him being gay, right? Because he had on that outfit at Total Wine with that little joint with a little bag on it. His stance was real zesty. And so when Mike Epps made a joke, everybody got mad. Well, he got mad and made a big thing about it. Then the sex tape audio came out where he just accidentally went live on on Instagram. But this was behind him. This was behind him hanging out with his stylist who had a nickname, Dick Print. Hey, yo, listen.
Big Print.
Dick Print, yeah. What we not getting ready to do? Yeah, that's who he was going to the Laker games with this dude named Dick Print. It was fucking crazy.
No, man, there ain't no way that was his name.
That was his nickname. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. The fellas, I love y'all to death. But if any one of y'all nicknames was Dick Print, couldn't be friends no more. Couldn't be friends no more.
That's wild, man.
Like there's no way. Look, man said that's what happens when you're messing with a child. It doesn't matter that she's legal. She's still a 19, 20-year-old compared to him. It's gross. Like, let them girls get that life insurance and 401k. Exactly. There's so many men trying to defend them. Yeah, because they like young girls. And yet, when he came out saying that's his cousin, yeah, that's his cousin. It's crazy. That's his stripper name. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Water moccasin. That is so crazy. But you just cannot. You just can't. So, yeah, it's a lot of people that's feeling like this is him trying to overcompensate for those rumors
Well,
again.
you get one midlife crisis when you. Also, people go through midlife crisis where you get to a certain age and then you know that you're getting old, but you're still trying to stay young, and it's like people go through that stuff too. But the thing about them though, they got so much money. It's like why? Like he can just he can go just about anywhere he wants, and he can mess with girls that's way over that age.
I'm glad you brought that up because there's no wolf that's worth $50 million. None. I don't care.
Nah.
I don't care what you say.
Except Maya.
No, not even Maya.
Come on, man. Slow down, man. Come on, man.
Not even Maya. I don't even know what it's like. I know it ain't worth $50 million. Would you pay $50 million to smash Maya?
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, if I had like,
no.
If I had like 700 million.
No, if you had $50 million in $1, you had $50 million in $1. Would you give 50 of it to smash Maya?
Nah.
That's my point exactly. Ain't no wolf worth $1 million. $1 million, let alone 50. She was trying to get 10 up out of him earlier, and he didn't go for it. He didn't settle. He didn't go for it. And so that's when the setup started to happen, because whatever was happening, here's what I know. As an old player, if it's starting to get a little rocky, which is what it seemed like, you got to feel when the setup is coming. The setup was coming. When she started calling you, talking crazy,
asking questions. I was gonna say that earlier when you put that in the thing. I said, you know what? That's one of the things that I was gonna bring up too. When you get on the phone call and people start asking you questions after questions, it's like, okay, there's something up with this.
Yep. You got to know.
Especially when it's somebody that you've been talking to and they ain't been doing this. Okay, like, hold up. Let me slow down before I keep answering. We need to talk in person, or it's too many questions being asked.
100%. You got to know it. Your spider senses got to go off.
Yeah.
Even though it's 20, it ain't that good not to know when you getting set up, fam. But look, man, we talked about Shannon in way too long. Let's get into this mailman's mailbag.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well, okay, since we're talking about that, something to that, close to that point. How long should you wait to date? Now, I'll ask you these different ones too, but how long should you wait to date after either a breakup, either a divorce, or if somebody significant other died? How long should you wait? I'll ask you the first one. How long do you think you should wait after a breakup?
See, I feel like the easy thing to say is, and it just kind of depends on how long that you all were together. I know everybody would probably kind of agree with that. Now,
okay, I'll put a number on it.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna answer it. So,
all right.
I know dudes and women got two different timelines. I already know this. I know it's two different timelines when they go to. If you, you know what? If you really hurt, a week. If you really hurt, a week.
If you really hurt,
yeah, you take a week.
Just a week?
Yeah.
Like what do you mean? Like if you really hurt? Like if that person really hurt you?
Yeah. If that person really hurt you, and it wasn't your fault, it wasn't your fault.
Okay, so a week.
Let me fix that. Yeah. What we not getting ready to do. What we not getting ready to do is be sitting around all sad while if they done broke up with you to be with somebody else and now they kicking in and having a good time. No. Now that's the bad. It's the bad part because it's not gonna be fair for the other person. You know what I'm saying?
Serious dating now. Serious dating.
Oh, my fault. Let me. I was working on something at the same time.
No, you good. I just read a comment. So okay, I'll put it to you like this then. If y'all were together more than 5 years.
More than 5 years, it's gonna take some time. Because it's like the number of years don't mean anything to her. No, it does matter. Let me see. Serious dating or just being in the street? Like, if you in it, like, seriously dating, it's probably going to be a little time because you got some stuff you got to work out. Being in them streets, weak.
Okay, well, let's step it up. What about after a divorce? Meaning more than likely been together at least 5 years. More than likely. We'll put a number on that one too.
5 years? If y'all getting a divorce and after divorce and you getting and it's been 5 years, I'm gonna go ahead and say that you can get back in them streets. It's still gonna be a week before a dude get back in the street.
A week?
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna tell you why.
Boy, y'all cold-blooded. Boy, y'all cold-blooded on here.
Let me tell you why I'm always. See, you don't understand. If it's you gonna be destroyed. You gonna be destroyed if you decide to take yourself out the game for 5 years. You're gonna be destroyed. Now, if it wasn't your fault, yeah, it's gonna be a week because you got to make yourself feel better.
A week. I'm tripping on y'all. Just a week that quick. I'm tripping on that.
Now, if now this is where I was getting at. Because if you in the process of getting a divorce in that amount of time, then y'all not having sex. The sex done ended. So you going to get it. Now if it's your fault because you have been in the streets. Now if you already been moved on then.
You already been out there. Okay. Well, we're gonna step it up one more level. What if they husband or wife died?
All right, now that's a lot. That would be now that's gonna take some time because that's a different type of hurt. You're not trying to get no revenge or figuring out no pain. A way to get out of her break, get into someone else. That's what I'm not surprised. The dudes back in the street the same day. No. If they was in the street the same day, then they was in the streets before. It was their fault.
Yeah.
It was their fault.
But the death part. How long would you give that one though? Cause y'all tripping me out with this week. Like after 5 years with somebody out in a week, y'all already back out in the street.
Depends on how the breakup went. A lot of it is contingent on how the breakup went. So if it's like I said, if it's their fault, like if my wife did some bullshit and then I ended up like, and we had to break up, like you done broke up with me for whatever reason. She thought the grass was gonna be greener on the other side because of one of these ghosts from Christmas past then came back. If she thought that's how that was gonna go down, look, ain't no coming back. Now I'm mad. I gotta go take that out on somebody. Like that. Like I gotta go take it out on somebody. Like I gotta go feel better about whatever situation was going on. Now, one monkey don't stop no show, Moby.
Gotta keep on rolling.
Now the reality of it is, if it was my fault and I was seeing if the grass was green on the other side, I was already doing it. And then you have that, like, me and Nate would be trying to get her get back. They'd be like, hey, whatever, all them dudes that be out there liking her pictures and all that shit, hey, her profile picture gonna change. It ain't gonna be the one with me. I'm not gonna be in the background like this. It's gonna be the one by herself. It'll be the one that I took.
But okay.
Yeah, it'll be the one I took by herself. I understand.
With all the lighting and all the.
So man,
but you didn't answer the death part though. you didn't answer the death. What you say?
The death part?
No, not that long, Charmaine. Not that long. But if I was with somebody for 5 years, boy, I'd put in some work. Cause listen, you gotta understand from my. Okay, I gotta say it like this from my perspective, because I don't be in relationships. I haven't been in relationships in a long time, and the ones I have been haven't been long. So if I put 5 years in with somebody, you better believe I done put in a whole lot of work in this one. And if I put in that much work, it's gonna be like we break up. 1 week. I might need about a month, maybe about a month, probably close to a month.
A month.
And before I start dating. I ain't just talking about I'm talking about dating. What you say? What did you say about the what you call it though? What you say about the death?
All right, so look, this is the crazy. My wife dated this dude before me, probably before the Ghost of Christmas Past, right? I had to take my glasses off so she could see my face on this one. So, I've already talked about it out loud. I've talked about it on the show before. But she dated this dude he stayed in Africa. This is an African dude that she dated that passed not too long ago. We was it was in the last 7 years because we was in this house. And she came home and she was like, oh, I forget what it started with a K, I believe. If it started with a C, that's great. But she was like, such and such died, and she sounded like she was sad. And I'm like, I ain't trying to be that guy, but are you? I don't know how sad I should be cool with you being. I know he died, but we done been together for at least 8 years at this time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time at this point. So how sad do I think you should be cool with? Like, if you about to cry? Because then I would be, I need to give you a reason. I wasn't sure how cool I was supposed to be with her being sad. But I also, you try to go to this funeral, I will tip a casket in a minute. I don't care. Like, we just won't make you back. Like, I was like, you gotta know what it is. I said she remember that story. No, like, I don't know how sad, like, cause it had been, all right, let's just say that their relationship ended the day I met her, or the day we decided that we was dating, back in 14 years ago.
Okay.
At this point, I don't know how sad I should be cool with you being. I don't know about all that. You can't be that sad now. Like, y'all might have been cool, but you married. We was married then.
Yeah.
I know I can't be sad if I couldn't be sad if one of my homegirls passed. I can let that sad. I can't sound like it. I can't even be like, oh damn. You know what I was telling you about Keisha? Yeah, she passed. You like, so you sad? She passed? All right, well. That's how she would be. Like, yo, what the hell? Good. Don't have to worry about that bitch no more. Fuck all of them. Not just one. Not just that one. All of them.
All of
You're
them.
welcome. You know I ain't go. She not that bad. But what was bad? What was bad? Hard left. Shadeur Sanders.
This gonna be what? This gonna be a rough one.
Mailman, why y'all didn't take him? Why Dallas didn't take him?
Man, we just grabbed what's his name? The dude from the Patriots, Milton. The one that did pretty good for the Patriots at the end. We should just snag him up. We got Dak and we got him.
Yeah, I got Joe Milton. Okay.
Milton the third or whatever his name is. Is it Milton the third or somebody?
Yeah, it's Joe Milton. Joe Milton played for Tennessee last year. He can throw it. He can throw it.
Yeah.
All right.
That one.
Joe Milton, I want to say he was like a 6th round draft pick. Maybe I'm probably wrong. But
they say he got some wheels. They say he can run.
I felt so bad for old Shadeur. There was a part of me that felt bad, and then there's a part that was like, hey, if you earned it, I don't feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
And so, word on the street is that it was the New York Giants. He went in with them. He went in for their interview or whatever they visited, their top 30 visit. And he tanked the interview. He tanked it because he didn't want to go there.
Mm-hmm.
And Buddy was like, hey, yo, this Joe Sheen and Brian Daboll from the Giants. Y'all should have seen what he did. Call up your homeboys, tell them what he did. That's what it seemed like. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but it's what it seemed like. And so they got it. They had effort. Like you probably ain't been on a job interview in a long time ever, because you probably been a mailman for. I know it's been over.
23.
I know it's 23 years.
In October, 23.
That's your first job. Was it?
No. I had other things. I had little Arby's and stuff, Pizza Hut, stuff like that.
All right, so you go in there, you interview, and you're like, look, I ain't cooking nothing. I ain't cooking a damn thing. I ain't counting on no money. I can't read. Well, if you didn't really want that job, all right. Or you felt like, hey, I'm too good for this. I need a manager role. Like like how Martin went in to Hoochie Burger and was like, hey, I quit, Gina. I mean, I've mastered flipping burgers. What more do I got to do? Flip them. Yeah. Like, I get it.
And I'm glad you said that, because see, a lot of people ain't looking at it like that. They're not looking at it as this is a job interview. This is also a job interview. And nobody's saying, like, I heard one talk show host where the girl was saying, she was saying that he about humbling. She didn't want to hear about humbling, and nobody want to use the word humbling because they feel like it's making it seem like he was acting like he too much. But humbling is also just well, first of all, he going in there and he going for a job interview. You don't just go in there and just say, this is how it's gonna be, this is what I'm gonna do, and if I don't want to do this, nobody's saying go in there and say, okay, whatever y'all want me to do, I'll do it. Yes. No, that's not what they're saying. But you are going in for a job interview. You have to go in there and act as such. You don't just go into a job interview and tell them what you ain't and what you're not gonna do and think you're gonna get the job. That's not how it works.
Like, I 100% feel like it was intentional that he tanked that one. Now, where he actually wanted to go, don't know. If it was Pittsburgh and he was like, I'll just drop this far, that's a bad bet to take. It's a bad bet to take. Because it's like, yo, we've seen people be like, yo, I'm not playing there. And they draft him anyway, and now it's like, yeah, you're going to have to trade me. It's better to try to go with that route than whatever it was that he did, because there's nobody. I'm almost willing to bet that there is nobody, none of those experts or anybody like that. If you told anybody last Wednesday, Shadeur Sanders going in the 5th round,
crazy,
and you made the bet, you could have got people to take that bet. It wouldn't have mattered. Like $100 bet across the board. He going in the 5th round. Everybody takes that bet because there's no way. There's no way. I don't. They can say what they want to say about Deion. Deion is supposed to try to protect his son in his best interest. Ain't no dad that ain't done it. That's had that kid in that position. LeBron came out and was like, hey, Bronny is better than some of these people in the league. Okay. I mean, he wasn't talking like he was going to be a top 10 pick.
Right.
But LeVar Ball, my boy Lonzo better than Magic Johnson. I'm better than Michael Jordan. But LaMelo, he going to be better than all of them. That's what he going to do. And big ball praying, and we going to do all this and da-da-da-da-da. And that didn't stop. That didn't stop Lonzo Ball from being pick number 2 and LaMelo Ball being pick number 3. It didn't stop it. Now, LiAngelo didn't get picked at all because he was not as good. And everybody know it. But, man, there's no way that I saw somebody was like, man, he could have had LeBron in his as his daddy. For what? For what? Like,
but the thing is, man, I really feel, and as a father, I'm with Deion. As a father, you want to be, you want to make your child feel like they are good enough to be wherever they want to be. So, and that's why I believe that he became a prisoner of the moment. Because see, Deion was that dude. Like there was no doubt, no question about who he was. When he went to the draft, they knew exactly who he was, and how he played, all that. But there's doubt when they watch him play, and it's not so much his play, but also you also got to think about where he played at. A lot of people ain't paying that attention. You got to remember this dude played at JSU and he played at Colorado State. Colorado wasn't even the conference in Colorado was not one of the big conferences in the NFL. I mean, in the NCAA.
I will say
so
that
a lot of people looking at it like that.
Before he got there, Colorado was trash.
Right.
Colorado, I'm talking about they had won like 2 or 3 games in like 2 seasons. Like they was
he definitely made it better, but it wasn't like he went and played at Ohio State and took them to the championship, or played at Alabama and played against a bunch of SEC top defensive players.
No, it's on, like he got it, like the jersey. I think it was, see this right here, that damn jersey retirement joint. Like, no, it wasn't. I will say, Shadeur Sanders looked like he was going to be a solid quarterback, but he didn't look like, even in a quarterback draft like this one, it didn't seem like he was going to be that type of guy.
He was definitely round 2.
I can say, but when nobody was gonna pick round 5. Like nobody would have bet on 5.
Now, if he was in last year's draft, he would have been round 5, and nobody would have blinked an eye.
In last, so what they saying is in last year's draft, Cam Ward would have been the 6th or 7th quarterback off the board.
Yeah.
And I guess it looked weird behind the draft where you have 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round, and then you have who everybody was saying was the top. He was one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks, and then he ended up being round 3. Round 5, like way, way, way down there. Like Cleveland took 5 players, including the quarterback, before they got to him. And it was like, I guess I'll go ahead and take him now since he done got Frank called by the Falcons.
It was almost like he didn't, like they didn't care. Like Cleveland, it was like Cleveland was like, you know what, we just gonna get as many people as we can, many picks as we can get because we know he's not coming off the board. Because it was only them, the Raiders, and the Steelers that really needed a quarterback. And even the Raiders, they just needed a backup.
Seattle could have used one.
Yeah, Seattle. Seattle could use the backup.
Like you're right, it's not a whole bunch. But at the same time, there's no reason, and the Saints, like there's no reason. Like round 5 is egregious. Yeah. Like that part right there, like yeah, he got drafted, but round 5 is egregious if he only did that with the one team. And so there is, like they said, hindsight 2020. So it does appear that Papa Agent did a disservice to his son. And you want to talk up your kid. You want to
like I said, as a father, I totally understood what he was doing. You want to let them make them feel like, hey, you can be this and you are this, because you can't just go to your son and be like, nah, you ain't that good. You're like, damn, you killing the spirit. Like, you can't kill the spirit.
Now,
because deep down, I'm gonna be honest with you. Deep down, I think if Deion was honest, deep down he knows that his son is not like the greatest quarterback, or not. He knows what he is. I can't say not the greatest because, like I said, as a father, you want to say it, but Deion, he played enough football and he watched enough quarterbacks. He knows a really good quarterback when he sees one.
Yeah, he know where his son fall in line.
He know where his son falls at. But I mean, of course, like I said, as a father, you can't say, nah, you might be this level. As a father, you got to tell him, no, you can be this.
You can know that, and at the same time, like there's no way LeVar Ball thought that his son is better than Magic Johnson. There's no way.
No.
But he has to say, there's no way LeVar Ball thinks that he's better than Michael Jordan. There's no way. He's gonna say it. You gotta talk it up. The only difference is like now, they gonna hold your feet to the fire on everything, and then when. Yeah, you can say, look at the tape. You can say, look at the tape. He put up numbers. He was accurate. And at the same time, dude, y'all, you're not him. Because, people will make concessions for him. People make concessions because Baker Mayfield was short. Baker Mayfield was brash and cocky and whatever you want to say. Yeah. He was out here getting arrested and all that other stuff, and they still figured out we taking him number 1. Laramie Tunsil was on draft night with a picture with him with the gas mask on.
Mm-hmm.
And he ain't go number 1. But it wasn't the 5th round. It wasn't that. Yeah. And so They figure it out. But I also feel like it was more than just, you know what? Yeah, Dion ain't going to come here and coach him. So I'm going to take my job. Don't take him. Like, there's no way. Like, Cleveland, I don't even think Cleveland really wanted to. They was punked into doing it by the owner.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, because let me see. The Washington took 2 quarterbacks. They took Robert Griffin and they took Kirk Cousins back to back, which is crazy in the moment. But then Robert Griffin gets hurt, and comes Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
I cannot see a scenario in which Dylan Gabriel being happy, like, yeah, I'm a Cleveland Brown. Woo, woo. Me, Joe Flacco, the Lotion King, we gonna be good. Sean Watson. And with the 144th pick, the Cleveland Browns select Shadeur Sanders from the University of Colorado.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew Berry, what y'all doing?
Yeah, because one of them picks they wasted, so they could have gotten another player.
Yeah. You either don't pick Shadeur. But I was looking like, yo, like, real time. I'm all in New York, like, are they not going to draft him at all?
I thought that's where it was going. I ain't going to lie to you. Once Cleveland passed up on them 3 times, two or three times, I was like, oh, man.
They passed on them 5 times.
Man. And then all of them passed, I was like, you know what? Dude he ain't going to get drafted. He's going to go as a free agent. But to be honest, man, once he got that low, man, I probably would have just went back to college, man.
I don't think after a while, like, I don't know if he could have went back. I don't think he could have went back.
Yeah, he's still eligible. He's still college eligible. He only played. Wait, did he play 2 years at Jackson State?
I think he played a year at Jackson State and 2 at Colorado. But I think after you can declare and you have a window in which you got to withdraw. Otherwise, you're going to be done. There's a window in there where you could if you declare within that window before it closes, like there's a date that and I'm gonna see if I can look it up real quick. But you can decide that I don't want to go to the draft.
Oh yeah. But I was like, man, dude ain't even gonna get, like, he ain't even gonna get drafted, man. Like, and the thing that tricked me out about it is the Raiders needed one, at least they needed a backup, and Tom Brady is part of he's a part owner in there, and at the same time, Tom Brady is the same one who was training Shadeur in the offseason to try to help him with his throwing techniques and stuff. So I was saying to myself, man, if Tom Brady was training him, he's part owner in here, and still didn't pick him. It's something that it's something he sees that's not, that they're not liking over there, because he should have easily been a Raider, like on the second pick.
Mm-hmm. All right, so real quick before we get out of here. So, deadline for players whose season been completed to opt in for the draft, January 6th. The deadline to opt out, February 7th.
Oh.
So you got about a month to opt out of declaring for the draft. And that gives you time to see if, all right, if I hire an agent, what is it looking like? And if it ain't that, all right, I got a month to figure it out, see what it's going to be. All right, I'm going back. And so,
Okay.
hey man, I'm glad he landed with a team. I hate that they got 4-5 quarterbacks on the roster. Deshaun Watson ain't gonna be playing no time soon.
Yeah,
Joe Flacco old. And so, can you beat out Dylan Gabriel?
Like what I said, though, he's in a perfect position because he's in a perfect position where he can actually fight for a starting job. Like it's the other team. He probably, if he went to the Raiders, he probably wasn't gonna be starting for fight for the starting job. Maybe the Saints because of Derek Carr's shoulder. I think they saying something about his shoulder.
He might not be able to beat out Spencer Rattler, but he probably could have beat out if it was
Seahawks.
The Steelers.
Oh, the Steelers. Oh yeah.
He could beat out Mason Rudolph. He can beat out Rudolph
for sure.
He can beat out Rudolph.
But the Steelers, I don't know. I'm curious to what the Steelers are thinking though.
They like, trying to wait out.
Even if they was called, they could have picked him up just to be safe.
They waiting out
Aaron Rodgers ain't gonna. They don't know if he's gonna play.
They waiting him out, in which that would be a good person to have in front.
Right. But, for him to learn behind. Even if they were waiting for Aaron Rodgers, he, like you just said, he's a good person that he can sit back behind and learn from that year.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna be a 30 for 30 on this draft. Watch. It's gonna be a 30 for 30 on this draft.
To be, man. That's the way he dropped is unheard of, man. Like this dude was projected to be a top 5 pick, not just a top 5 quarterback. He was projected to be a top 5 pick and ended up in the 5th round.
Even if he was projected to be a first round, let's just say one of the top 32, and ended up in the 5th round. That's wild. Because there's not a single player. I cannot think of one that people was talking about, and then even if they had character issues, that they was like, Mike Green got 2 alleged sexual assault situations that happened, which is why he went from Virginia to Marshall out of high school and had he had a situation in high school, had a situation at Virginia, and then ended up in Marshall. Crushed it at Marshall, and they figured it out in the 2nd round. They was like, well, we can't take you in the 1st round, but we will take you in the 2nd round because we ain't got to answer too many questions about it. Yeah, come on, Mike Green. Like, I hate you. Like, he ain't do nothing, but it's like he said he ain't do nothing, allegedly. But they figure it out. They'll figure it out. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I am too. Carla, you said Aaron's not a good leader, but I mean, he might not be, but he can learn from it. I'm sure he would teach us something. Because you got to look at Jordan Love. Jordan Love sit behind him for 3 years.
Yeah. Yep.
You see where he at? He stuck with it.
But
we shall see though. He got a lot to prove because he can't get in there and fail. Because if he get in there and fail, everybody gonna be like, see.
5th round, justified.
That's the worst you can be is see what I told you? You always want to be that one to be like, dang, I can't believe we messed up on him.
Look, at this point, it's 31 other teams. Some of them didn't need quarterbacks, but you got to be mad at all of them. You got to be mad at all of them.
Yeah.
Look, the way he need to feel is how I used to feel when if I went to the basketball court. I remember when I was in school, you walk in the gym and you be like, hey, so who got next? And there's 3 people over there, and he be like, I got next. All right, let me run. No, I got 5. What? It's 3 of y'all over here. You picking somebody off the corner?
Yeah.
You pick somebody else to court. I hope you win. Because I'm going to fuck y'all.
Yeah. Yep. That's where he going to have to look at it. He going to have to he going to have to work too. It ain't going to be just giving to him just us.
Right. It got to be on. From this point forward, it got to be on. All of it's always on site. Like, you got to be mad at everybody. It's never gonna matter. I'm angry. I'm hostile.
He got to pull a Lamar Jackson. That's exactly what he got to pull.
Look,
Lamar Jackson, he said they're gonna regret not picking me. Only thing he haven't done yet is what he said is getting a championship yet. That's the only thing he haven't done. Everything else, they regret it. He even got MVP. He even got all that. Twice.
He ain't playing with y'all.
And possibly third time. He possibly could have got it this year, but I think they just wanted to give it to Allen so bad. But he possibly could have been at 3.
They could have gave it to him. They should have gave it to him. If we being honest.
That's what Shadeur gonna have to be. He gonna have to come out there and be like, he got to put Lamar Jackson on.
Now, I'll tell you this: he cost himself some bread on the front end, but unlike Cam Ward, he can be up for a new contract earlier.
True.
Ain't no options. They can't hit him with that 50 option. By the time it's my turn, you got to work. You got to put in that work, fam. Go ahead and put in that work. We rooting for you at the Strategically Reckless Podcast. We rooting for you, Shadeur.
Yeah, man.
Don't let us down.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
Don't let us down. But look, good people. Man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Dang, we done went over a little bit. Y'all go ahead and enjoy.
Good, all good.
Hey, and go ahead. Hey, for one time for Glorilla. 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Them boys, they came in. They came in the game. They gave up for real.
How they do? They was going home.
Nah,
1, 2,
I know
3,
exactly
Cancun.
why Jimmy left.
Cancun. Hey, yo, shout out to that. But look, good people, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all been dope as always. Shout out to the chat room. Y'all are amazing. Y'all stay amazing. But look, if you ever in New York, go ahead and take some earplugs, nose plugs, and take showers every time you go back to your hotel room. And tell White Castle that you don't want no ketchup on your White Castle burgers if you can help it. Until next time, well, y'all stay safe out in these streets. We out.
Peace.
Peace. It's so crazy.